Alright, quick tip video. So today we're going to look at a quick, simple little technique you can use to add a nice little detail to your card slots. Really gives it an extra layer of polish, adds a little bit more visual interest to a seemingly boring little card slot. So, I mean, this looks real good with if you're going towards the European look, you know, the French thread and the expensive leathers and all that stuff. So first we'll do a little inventory, what we'll be using. All I did was, I'm not doing a full wallet, so just 2 little card slot pieces. These are from the bifold wallet template. You can use whatever you have. And then this is English Bridal from Wicked and Craig. It's about 3 ounces. Very nice for wallets. The tools are the edge beveler from Good's Japan. This is, I believe, a number 2. Whatever you get, it's best to stick with a small groove. It's a small, delicate process, so you don't need you don't need the big groove on it. It'll just take off way too much material. And then this is also from Good's Japan. This is the adjustable edge creaser. So what this thing does, will put a straight line. You can use it for marking stitching grooves as well. We're going to use it to mark the crease in our lip of the card slot. And this adjusts to whatever size you want here. I'll link to these tools in the blog post for this video. I forget if it's Saiwa or Craftshaw, so I don't want to say it on here and be wrong. And then for burnishing, it's not going to be a big process here. Just a wood slicker, saddle soap, and water. So what we will be doing is putting a crease, a small crease, right past the lip of the card slots. And when you do a wallet that you're putting into production, you'll do this on all your card slots. So what you'll need to do is first take your creaser, either the adjustable one, or if you buy a static, distance one, that's fine. And then find what size you want. I find a little bit, if you go too big, it looks a little goofy, and if you go too small, it's a little hard to mess with, and you can't even really tell you did anything. So you got to try to find, there's like a sweet spot in there somewhere that you have to find for your own preference. Fine. So I usually do something like this. I don't know the exact measurement on it, but yeah. Okay, so then you will just take your card slots and then put the creaser on the leather, the guide against the edge. And the first time through, I always go slow just to make the initial groove. And then I'll put gradually more pressure as I go through. So this is they have versions of these tools that are heated, so you'll heat them up under like a butane lamp or something like that, and then you can push the groove in there and it makes a real nice crisp edge. That's especially useful for softer leathers that won't mark well without the heat, but this one will not be using any heat, and you have to make sure it's a firm leather for this to work. As you can see, get this on the camera, it puts a nice little indent right past the lip of the card slot. So you do that for both, or for all of your card slots. Okay, here's the second one. Right, so then the next process, again, is just to lightly take off that edge of the lip. You want to be real gentle with it. You're just trying to make a nice, subtle roundness to the edge to get that sharp part off. And on this one. Cool. All we did was subtly round the front part of the lip there. Actually, it makes more sense like this. And now, at this point, you will then burnish your card slots normally. Whatever you use, I'm using the saddle soap in the water. And usually when I'm burnishing this style card slot where I bevel just the front of the lip, I kind of pull back with the burnishing tool, whatever you're using. So it really catches that front lip. You can see how the card slot's bending a little bit. Okay, that's good enough. And then you would go ahead and obviously wax your edge using whatever wax you have. I didn't put it in the inventory, but oh well. Let's throw some wax on there. So then you would just repeat this process for all of your card slots, and you can kind of see when they line up. Let me see if I can get this on the camera better. It just adds another little layer of detail. Kind of offsets that lip. And looks really good once everything's all stitched together. So that will conclude our little quick tip video. Give it a try, and I hope it works out for you.